After 1 week, how do you think about your big chance in the first game? How were your nights? How did you sleep?
Yeah, I mean, I don't sleep well after games anyway, but especially when you miss chances, it's a bit harder to sleep. But I move on from things pretty quick, to be honest. I said after the game, I'm someone who's more worried about not having chances than when I miss them. It means I'm in the right place. It means the team are creating good chances. So, yeah, like I said, I expect myself to score those type of chances. It didn't happen on the night. That's football. That's life. But yeah, I moved on pretty quick because we had a game a few days later, and yeah, I'm just ready for the next one.
Dankeschön. Gleich daneben die Bild-Zeitung. Nicolas, bitte.
Hi, Harry.
Hi.
After the first leg, you said you saw Inter players celebrating like they already won the trophy, the final. I wanted to know if you think that could be an extra motivation for you and your team, and if you think that could be an advantage for you if, Inter is a bit too optimistic about the result of the first game.
No, I think we have enough motivation anyway. I think, we believe that we can turn the tie around. First and foremost, we felt like that game, we had a lot of good moments and could have easily gone in a different direction. So we have that belief. I don't think Inter will take it for granted. I think they expect a tough game from us. They know it will be a tough battle for 90 minutes or 120 minutes, whatever it may be. So I don't expect them to be complacent. We have to think they're going to be at a high level like they were at the Allianz. We have to, play probably even better than what we did and definitely be more clinical in the final third. But that's a challenge, we're ready to accept and we have to go out there and do it tomorrow.
Dann ist Hannah Reif für den Münchner Merkur und die TZ an der Reihe. In der Mitte bitte, ja.
Harry, you had 48 attempts on the goal in the last 2 games, but only scored 3 goals. How can you do better tomorrow? Can you solve it as a team, or is it about the mindset of every single player?
Yeah, I think we can. I mean, it's more worrying if we weren't creating chances. Sometimes you go through spells in the season where you need a little bit of luck. You need things to go your way. The keepers in the last couple of games have made some really good saves. We've hit the post, we've hit the crossbar. And that's just the way football is sometimes. But I think that gives us belief, the fact that we're having those chances. And the last 2 games, even though the results haven't been what we wanted, we've still played at a really high level. So, we hope we can create some more tomorrow. We hope we can be more clinical. Myself and some of the other attacking players know that we can do better in those situations. But ultimately, it's about going out there and doing it. And, it's a big game, big moments. I said in the round before against Leverkusen, we took the moments really well. And if we want to qualify, we're going to have to take some big ones tomorrow.
Nächstes Carrie Howe für Sky auf der rechten Seite.
2 questions, Harry. Did you train penalties today in training session? And the second one, Konrad Leimer told us after the Dortmund game that when he sees the faces of his teammates in the dressing room, he has the feeling, or he is convinced that you guys can turn it around. What is your feeling, and what can you give as an experienced player to younger players maybe? Thanks.
Yeah, so I practice penalties. I always practice my penalties the day before a game, so that's no different for this game for sure. I agree with Connie. I think there was a belief, even once we finished that game at the Allianz against Inter, there was a belief that, we played a really good game and that we can definitely turn it around in the away leg. We still need to play at a top level to do that, but yeah, I can only lean on, past experiences. I played in many quarterfinals, many big games, and been able to, progress and help the team, whether it's not just goals, but whether it's, in working hard, defending, passing, holding the ball up, whatever it may be. I try and lead by example. So I feel like our team have had quite a lot of experience in big games already. There's quite a lot of experienced players, myself and Thomas and others who have been there and done it. So, we just have to go with a good mindset. It's 90 minutes, maybe a bit more. But if we win the game, we have a big chance of qualifying. So that's all we can think about.
Next one is from Rai Sport, Italy. Yes.
Thank you. Harry, let me ask you, what do you think about Inter Milan that 2 years ago played the final game with Manchester City in Istanbul? And last week won in Munich. What about Inter? What about the kind of play of this team?
Yeah, really good team. Strong both going forward and obviously defensively. they caused us a few problems in that home leg, especially on the counter-attack, on the transition. Their three midfielders I thought were really good, not just with the ball, but the energy they gave the team without the ball as well. So we're in the quarter-final of the Champions League. We expect to play some of the best teams in Europe, and Inter Milan are definitely one of those. They're top of the Serie A. So, we expect another tough game tomorrow. They're going to have their moments that hopefully we can limit as much as possible. But I'm sure, we can have ours as well. And, we just have to wait and see how it unfolds.
One row behind. Yes, please.
Hello, Harry. Francesco Acerbi said that you are maybe the best striker in the world because you don't give any reference to the defender. You move a lot. What do you think of that? And what do you think about Acerbi, because he's a tough defender?
Yeah, we had a good battle last week. It was a tough game. He's got a lot of experience, a lot of know-how against top players. So, I enjoy those challenges. I enjoy playing against the best defenders in the world and seeing how, those battles unfold. I appreciate the compliment. I like to think I'm a number 9 who can play in various different ways, and playing in the box or playing deep or playing almost in midfield, and also without the ball as well, helping the team defensively. So, I try and, whatever the game demands, I try and be at my best version. And there will be times tomorrow where I have to be the guy in the box and to try and get on the end of crosses, etc. And there'll be the times where, I can help link up the play and help us maybe breathe out of possession a little bit. So, it'll be another good battle tomorrow night, I'm sure, and I'm looking forward to it.
Next one on the camera, yes.
Hi, Harry, thank you, Palmeri Sport Italia. Sorry for going back on that, but it's really out of curiosity, because we have screened the videos like after the full whistle to check about the celebration stuff and everything, but we didn't find anything particular. So I was wondering whether it was something we didn't see in the changing room or in the tunnel, because it didn't look to us as a particular special celebration.
Yeah, maybe it was just in the moment then, the emotions after the game, maybe it felt like that a little bit. Obviously, I think whenever you concede last minute as well, and the celebration after the goal, maybe it was just a mixed emotions. I don't think it's a big deal. I think, I have huge respect for them as a team and them as a club, so I don't think it was anything like that. It was just, when you just finished the game and you've just conceded in the last minute, I think there was maybe a few emotions. When I spoke in the press after, maybe a few emotions, but look, it was a big night. Obviously, not many teams beat Bayern Munich in the Allianz, so I can understand that. And I'm sure if we win tomorrow and go through, there'll be a celebration from us. So it's football. It is what it is. Like I say, I'm not thinking too much about that, if I'm totally honest.
Next one in the last row. Can you give a sign?
Harry, you can still become the Champions League best scorer this season. I would like to ask you, who do you see as your biggest rival for this title this season?
Rafinha is there, Lewandowski is there. I'm sure Mbappe is there as well. Again, it's not something I totally focus on. I think being top goal scorer is a consequence of the team doing well, and all I'm focused is on us trying to qualify tomorrow. And if that's me scoring a couple of goals, then I'll take that for sure. But if not, if it's someone else, then I'm not going to worry too much. So, all those kind of individual achievements are kind of what you think about after it's done. So hopefully we get through, and then, it'll be on to the next game. It won't be about me as an individual.
Okay. No more question? Oh, okay. First row, please.
Hi. What do you think of Lautaro Martinez?
Really good player. Consistently now been one of the top strikers for quite a few years. Obviously had a great finish in the leg last week with the outside of his foot. So he's a dangerous player. Our defenders know that. I think he, gives the team a lot without just goals. I think the way he holds the ball up, and you saw that in the home leg, he was being a nuisance. A good player. He's played at the highest level for a long time. He's played in the big games now and done well for a long time. So you have to respect that. And I think, as a fellow goal scorer, you always, have a little bit of respect for, fellow number 9s.
And the last one, Kerry Howe, please.
Yeah, one question regarding Min-Jae Kim. He was criticized after the first goal from Borussia Dortmund. How do you see him in training? How do you see him as a teammate? And are you sure that he will show tomorrow that he was rewarded as the best defender in the Serie A before coming?
Yeah, I think sometimes, whenever that situation happens, it motivates you to come back and maybe prove a few people wrong. I said after the game, we have a motto that we concede as a team and we score as a team. So, Min-Jae knows he could have done better in that action. But ultimately, I think sometimes when something like that happens, it just motivates you to have a great game the next game. And that's what we're hoping for. I feel like Min-Jae has been one of our best players throughout the whole season. He's been playing through a few struggles physically as well and always giving his all for the team. So that'll be no different tomorrow. He's used to playing here in Italy, so hopefully he can lean on that experience as well. But yeah, we hope that he has a good game, and as a team, we need to help each other in every situation.
Okay, thanks, Harry.
Thank you.
Thanks. We'll be right back with the coach.